Welcome everyone in the Salesforce developer group and as well as in the Salesforce Apex Hour. And today topic is the Einstein bot, and we have a Shruti Shidan who is going to talk about on this topics. So let me tell you about myself. My name is Amit Chaudhary. I'm a Salesforce MVP and running the Farmington in Salesforce developer group and this Salesforce Apex Hours. And apart from that, I'm an active blogger and I'm also active on a Salesforce developer community. So I don't want to waste your more time. So just want to hand over to Shruti. Shruti.
Yes. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on your time zone. Thank you for joining my session. I hail from Kerala and I have been a Salesforce developer for 2 years now. And I speak at Dreaming events, user groups, developer user groups, and also blogs at salesforcechronicle.com. So, what do we have for today? We will explore what's all the fuss about Einstein bots. We will learn what are the prerequisites for building a bot. Then we will look at different parts of the bot. And then the exciting part, hands-on. And finally some points to remember. And we will wrap it up. So here is what our leaders say about chatbots. I'm pretty sure that down the line, every site with an online support will soon start harnessing the power of chatbots. So, what's all the fuss about Einstein bots? So, in simple words, Einstein bot is nothing but a chatbot, and it's designed to take care of customers when an agent couldn't make it. You know what? We don't really require a human agent for simple use cases like tracking the status of an order or maybe canceling an order. The agent should really focus on more complex queries. And this is where the chatbots come into play. They are built to support the human agents so that by the time the agent takes over the case, he or she already has a good context of the situation. And most importantly, Einstein bots are powered by Salesforce very own AI. So what are my prerequisites? Now, how can I build an Einstein bot in one of my orgs? First thing first, you need to be on the summer 18. We all know that summer 18 is still being released to the orgs out there. So maybe we will have to wait till the summer 18 hits all our orgs. I guess it has already been released on sandboxes, but our developer editions are still not ready yet. Then the next most important thing is the Service Cloud license. It's important to remember that Einstein bots are actually a part of the Service Cloud. And it's an extension of the live agent feature. Then last but not the least, you can build bots only in Lightning experience. So dialogues, entities, and slots. So what is a dialogue? Let's look at dialogue. I'm certain you all might have guessed what a dialogue is. Yes, a basic unit of conversation. think of it like a contextual talk happening between you and the bot. It can be a message, a question, an action, or a rule. So now let's look at each of these. Uh, an example of a message is say, "Hello, I am a Uber bot here. How may I help you?" It could be a greeting or a plain text conveying a message to the user. Then an example of a question is say, assume that you are talking to a weather bot, which can tell you the weather in cities. So the first thing that the bot would need to know would be, which city are you from? So that's the question. All right, let's see what actions are used for. In the same example of a weather bot, after you receive the city from the user, uh, you would need to look into the database, or maybe query a bunch of records, uh, or maybe even do an API call to get the weather in that city. And this is where an action comes into picture. It's used when you want to invoke a piece of Apex code. And I absolutely love this part. And the last rules, what if you wanted to ensure that the user isn't making a fool out of you? What if he or she wrote burger when the bot asked for a city? This is where you can use rules to validate your inputs. Now the next is slot. Let's get down deeper. The next integral part of a bot is a slot. In simple words, it's a variable to store the answers to the questions that the bot had asked. In the previous slide, we saw a question, which city are you from? So we use a slot to store the answer from the user. Not only can slots be used to store data, but you can use your familiar merge syntax in messages to interpolate slot data. Now, what is an entity? Think of an entity as a bucket of slots. I mean, to group all these slots together. A slot gets assigned to an entity so that the system maybe knows how to handle the slot input output. Now let's build one. So the use case, our use case is a foodie bot called Edicia bot. And using this bot, you can find a restaurant of your own choice, or maybe track an order, or even route to an agent. Now, this is very important. This is pretty basic bot without any Apex actions, since it's not GA yet, but an example to show you the bot. Okay, now let us get to the fun part, folks. The hands-on demo. So let me log into my account. Like I said in the beginning, the Einstein bots is still not generally available yet. We will have to wait until the summer 18 hits our sweet developer orgs. Then you might be thinking, how did I get it? So therefore, I signed up for a pre-release org with the summer 18. Not sure if you people have heard about pre-release orgs, but it is an option using which you can sign up for a developer edition org with the newest uh, release features even before its GA. So remember, it is not like our developer editions. It is expired soon after the summer 18 becomes generally available. All right, so let us get to work. Now you can see this developer edition org, unlike the other, has GS0, and that is unique for these pre-release orgs. Now in summer 18, we have two kinds of setup. A setup with just the service cloud features and our old setup with everything. So remember, Einstein Bots is a part of the Service Cloud. So let us click Service Setup now. So this is the service setup. Now search for the word bots, and you will see Einstein Bots. So in our case, you will see this is enabled actually, but in your case it wouldn't be enabled. However, for me it has been enabled because I have been playing around it for a while. In addition to that, it is very important to have the live agent setup too. I would like to repeat, Einstein Bots is an extension of the live agent feature. So since live agent is outside the scope of this webinar, I'm not getting into its details, but feel free to ask your questions around it at the end. So let us click on our bot, Edicia. Now you can see some audit information about your bot. Um, that is these details. Now let us look at the menu. So you can see we have dialogues, slots, entities, and performance. Performance is more or less like a dashboard. You can see your bot performance here. There are various attributes like escalation rate, drop rate, etc. It is important to keep in mind that the escalation rate should be minimum to ensure your bot is successful. Now the next, let us look at dialogues. So what is a dialogue? Yes, unit of conversation. You can see I have a couple of dialogues created already. So there is this welcome dialogue, find the restaurant dialogue, uh, track the order dialogue, etc. Uh, these are which I created while I was playing around with the bots. So now let us take a peek at the welcome dialog. Like I mentioned before, a dialog can be a message, action, rule, or a question. So in my welcome dialog, I am using a message to give a greeting to my user. Now, it is very important to reveal that it is a bot to your end users. Now, what if we created a dialog right now? So let me recreate my find a restaurant dialog as spot a restaurant dialog. So first, click on this little drop down and click new dialog and name it as spot a restaurant. Perfect. So now the first thing we have to ask is the city. So let me add a question. Which city are you from? Now I'm going to create a slot called AH city. And I'm going to group this slot under an entity called Apex Hours with extraction type as the value list. And finally save it. So now what is next? We need to get the cuisine of choice. So let us ask another question. What is the cuisine of your choice? This time my slot will be AH cuisine. AH cuisine. With the entity type Apex Hours and finally saving it. But wait, let's make it easy for our dear users. Let us give them some options or choices. And so I am adding Chinese and pizza. There you go. Now, let us ask if he or she wants a home delivery. So that will be another question. And let us ask, do you want to opt for home delivery? Now, let us create slot called AH home delivery. AH home delivery. And the entity type will be Apex Hours. Now, let us give some choices, yes and no. So what next? Well, let us create another question about price range. So I am adding a question. What is your desired price range? And creating a new slot for it called AH price range. And entity type will be Apex Arts. And finally, saving it. Now, let us give some options. Within 300, um, within 600, and within 900. Yeah, so that's it. Now, ideally, I would have added an action that would invoke some Apex to get me the desired results by looking at some records. But this version of Einstein bot isn't ready yet. Sorry, instead, we will use some rules and show the user some hard-coded restaurants. So let me add a rule. If my user opted for Chinese as a cuisine, so I click on rules, then let me click add condition, and I would write AH cuisine equals Chinese. Now this is the best part. You can use these slots just like variables across the entire bot builder. So now if it is Chinese, I am routing to another predefined dialog called Chinese restaurants. Now let me do for pizza also. So I click on rules, then let me click add condition. I would write AH cuisine equals pizza. And now if it is pizza, I am routing to another predefined dialog called pizza restaurants. Great. So we are all set. Now let me just save this. Now let us look at those two predefined dialogues. So here is the Chinese. As you can see, I have hard coded some restaurants in the Chinese restaurants dialog. Now the next is the pizza restaurants, and here also I have hard coded a few uh, pizza restaurants from my locality. Uh, Now let me add my spotter restaurant to the welcome dialog. So yes. Now let us save this. Awesome. Let us now activate and run it. Now I have actually set up a force.com site with a live agent enabled. So let me click sites, and I will open my site. So this is my site that I had created. And here now you can see the start chat. Uh, so there is a bot in action. So now it will give us a welcome message. Hello, I'm the Edicia bot here. How can I help you today? Uh, and then so here I am selecting spot a restaurant, and it's asking me for the city. Which city are you from? So I am entering my city, Kochi, and it's asking me what's the cuisine of choice. So I am selecting pizza. It's asking me whether I want a home delivery, and I'm selecting yes. Now the desired price range, and I'm selecting within 600. So here I got some options for the pizza restaurants in my locality. So um, that's the Einstein bot in action. And now what I'm doing is I'm clicking on transfer to agent. So before that, I am selecting my app, the console app, Edicia service. And here I'm clicking on the live agent section, and I'm making it online. So the live agent is now online, and now I'm clicking from my bot, I am clicking transfer to agent. So as you can see, I got a pop-up or a notification in my live agent asking me to accept it. So I accept it now, and now you can see that the whole chat history is being visible to the live agent. So yeah, that's about Einstein bots. Now let's get back to our presentation. So hold on, there are few things to remember. Bots will never replace human agents. It is to help the human agents. Then remember that we still have to wait another couple of days more to see this live. Then also this is very important. You cannot use bots outside of Service Cloud, like say in Visual Force pages or Lightning components. No, it ties itself to the live agent feature. So these are the references. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all of these people. Last but not the least, the Salesforce Ohana. Amit, are you there?
Yeah, thank you so much, Shruti. Like, it's really great, helpful. And I see a couple of guys posted some question on the chat. So if you can open the chat window and answer them, that will be really great.
Okay, yeah, let me just take my chat window.
And like a couple of arrows are on your screen. Actually, if you can remove that, will be great.
Yes.
Okay. So now you can open the chat window and see. Are you able to read the chat window?
Yes, I can see. One second. So, so Anuj is asking, no other licenses. I have seen somewhere where they ask for some builder analytics license. So actually, the answer to that is no, that is not required. Uh, all you need is the Service Cloud license to use the Einstein Bots. Also the live agent feature enabled in your org. Then the next is Rahul is asking, so I created a pre-release dev org enabled Einstein bot. Received an email asking once again. Received an email asking to link Salesforce certification. Clicked on production, but nothing happened. Can you please guide? Okay, so I'm guessing you use the wrong link actually, or the wrong uh, pre-release link. For this, you should be using the pre-release summer 18 pre-release link. Maybe I can share that with you by the end of the presentation. So, and other question is, can we add this bot to other websites which are not in Salesforce? The answer to that is yes. You don't need anything for doing that. In Salesforce, actually, you don't need anything for doing that. And all you have to do is set up the live agent feature and the Service Cloud license to this for this, and then maybe add the script to your website to enable the chat in the website. So the next question is, how is Start Chat integrated with community? So I think Amit has already answered that. Thanks, Amit. Yes, it's with the live agent. It is actually an extension of the live agent. Uh, Yes. So the next question is Ravi has asked, can we omni-channel instead of live agent? So yes, the answer to that is yes, for sure. Yes, you can do that. You can use it, and I used live agent as an example. Then the next question is Anuj has asked, possible for you to show the start chat code snippet? uh, yes, sure, I'll do that. Just give me a second. So I'm going to my sites section. Sorry, I'm first switching it to Salesforce Classic. And I'm going to the setup, and I'm going to the live agent section. And here you can see chat buttons and invitations. And this is the button that I had created. So this is the code snippet. So if you want to use it, you can use this code anywhere. So what I have done is I've used it in my Visualforce page. I created a new Visualforce page called Edicia. And as you see, it's a simple uh, with the snippet in it. So from line 7 to 11 is the snippet for the start chat. Yes. The normal procedure of creating sites. I go to the site section and so and what I have done is the active site homepage. I have set it to the Edicia Visualforce page that I had created. And hence, here in my force.com site, I can see the start chat option. I hope that clears your doubt. Then the next question is, can it be extended with voice chat? Uh, can someone be on mute? I'm sorry, that's not the question. So yeah, can it be extended with voice chat? So, well, the answer to that question is no. You cannot extend this with voice chat. The bot only responds to text the text commands that you send. Okay, so the next question is, can this chat
Shruti, your voice is breaking actually.
hello?
Yeah, now it's much better.
next
Yes, Shruti, you're still breaking. We are not able to hear you
question is
properly.
hello, Amit, what about now?
Yeah, now it's better. Else, like you can try now.
Okay, now it's audible, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so the next question that we have here is can this chatbot connected to Einstein API or external API to process the NLP? Uh, the answer to that is it actually uses the Einstein API behind the scenes. Um, I haven't explored the AI side of things. Um, in fact, it has a feature um called dialog intent, uh, where you can use the Einstein intent API. You can create samples of usual dialogues entered by the users. Then the Einstein intent API, it will actually learn from it and it will respond to it accordingly. Yeah, so that was the answer to that. Then the next question is uh, how old is this Einstein bot concept? Is it good job opportunities? Well, I guess it came out in the last Dreamforce. I'm not pretty sure about that, but I'm guessing that it came out in the Dreamforce. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, now it's better. Like sometime some issue is coming,
Oh,
but I guess like we are
sorry, Amit.
almost done.
We have
Not a problem, Shruti. Like I like we are almost done with the demo and all. Like for the question and answer, I will try to do one thing. I will try to post the PPT and recording on our blog and YouTube channel. And I will request if anybody have any other question, try to post on my blog, our like Apex our blog, and I will request Shruti to answer there. I hope that will be helpful
yes.
for everyone, right, Shruti?
Yes, sure, Amit. I will do that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shruti, for such a great, knowledgeable session, to be very frank. And this is a new
Thank you,
learning for
Amit,
me as well.
for great opportunity.
And thank you, everyone, for the joining. And again, we will come back with the new session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone.